Welcome to docsy. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up and use your weekly planner. So let's get right into it. So the first tab is the instruction tab. So you don't really have to do anything here. This tab is just to show you the cells in which you can input your information or the cells which you can edit. So the red cells are the one in which you can add your data or the cells which you can edit. Also, throughout this tab, there are different nodes. So if you move your cursor over certain cells, you can see that there are little nodes. So these nodes are there to show you what you have to do or what that particular table or that particular section is about. So if you ever feel lost or if you don't know what to do, you can always come back to this tab and you'll find your way around. The next tab is the setup tab. So this is where your actual sheet starts. So there are 3 steps in this setup. It's a very simple and easy setup. So the first step is the task categories. So you have to add your different task categories. These are the categories that will show up in your schedule table in the drop down. So the purpose of these categories are to help you better organize your day and, help you just understand how you spend your time across different things or different categories. So there is work and career categories, there is health and fitness, personal development. You can add any categories, it's completely editable. Um, the next step is to add your daily habits. So these are non-quantifiable daily habits. So something like writing in your journal or following your diet plan, doing your skincare routine. Then comes your quantifiable habits. So you have to add habits which you can measure, so like walking, and then you have to add your numeric goal. So 10,000 steps. So reading 30 minutes, drinking water 4 liters, or, it can be a gallon. Um, Sleep 7 hours, screen time under 2 hours. So this is your setup tab. It's very easy, very simple, very quick. Then comes your duplicate this tab. You don't really have to do anything here. Again, this tab is completely protected. All you have to do is duplicate this, and then you'll get a new tab. You can rename it to, let's say, week 1. And this is where you start your sheet. This is where you input your information. This is where you actually begin. The purpose of this tab is so that you'll always have a clean sheet. So let's say you fill up your week 1, and when you duplicate the week 1 to week 2, you'll have to delete all those different things, and it will be a complete chaos. So when your week 1 is complete, you can come back to duplicate this tab. You can again duplicate it. We'll have a brand new sheet. You can rename it to, let's say, week 2. And right there, you have your week 2. So it's pretty easy, pretty convenient. So, you can have as many weeks as you want. You can have hundreds and, in fact, even like thousands of weeks if you want to. But yeah, then this is how your actual week is going to look like when you, fill on the data, fill all the information. This is how it is going to look like. So we'll go through it one by one. This is your weekly dashboard. So this is divided into 8 sections. So this is your first weekly dashboard. Then there are 7 other sections of 7 different days. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and so on. This can be minimized. So if you feel distracted by the weekly dashboard section, you can minimize this and simply have your 7 days of the week right in front of you. So let's start with the sheet. So this is your week setup. You can add your start date here. Just double click and a little calendar will pop up, and you can, select whatever day you want to select. You don't have to select the end date. Based on your start date, the end date is going to fill in automatically. Then there is start time and end time. So this sheet supports 24-hour schedule. So you can select any time of the day. So let's say you wake up at, let's say, at noon, you can select that time. And let's say you sleep at 4 a.m., 4:30 a.m., you can select that time and it will show up in your schedule. So this doesn't matter if you sleep at 4 a.m. or go to bed at 4 a.m. or if you wake up at 4 a.m. This sheet supports 24-hour schedule. So, it doesn't matter. This is for night owls as well as early birds. So yeah, Then there is weekly tasks. You can add your different tasks and the due dates, and you can check them off whenever it is completed. So the goal of this is to add the most important task of the week that you need to complete, which does not have a daily deadline, but you can complete any time throughout the week. We'll come to the weekly overview section at the last. So let's go through how your day is going to be. So at the very beginning, there is priority tasks. So these are the tasks that are important to you, the most important task of the day that you need to get done. So you can add those here and you can again check them off whenever you complete them. Then there are the, well, not so important tasks or the basic task of the day that that are there and you need to obviously get it done as well. But you can add the other task of the day here. Then there are daily habits. So again, you don't really have to fill in your daily habits. They are going to automatically be filled in from your setup. As you can see that the we have color coded the cells. So the gray cells are the one which you don't have to, input, and the white cells are where you can, input your information. So this is another way to help you to know where you can input your information and where you should not input your information. So again, daily habits are automatically going to be filled in from the setup tab. You just simply have to check them off when you complete it. So let's say you follow your diet plan, you do your morning stretch, and you write in your journal. You just have to take them off. Same with the quantifiable habits. Your goal amount as well as the description of that is going to be completely be added here automatically from the setup tab. All you have to do is add your actual amount and nothing else. There is a checkbox, it is additional, but it is optional. You don't have to check them off. It doesn't matter. If you want to check them off, you can. Then there is a reflection section where you can add what went well that day or what you will improve the next day. So let's say your focus was good during your work blocks, you can add that. Or let's say it's like, okay, I need to keep my workspace cleaner. So you can add that information there. So this is simply to help you reflect and understand yourself better or understand your day better. Then comes the important part, which is the schedule table. This is where you can add your description of whatever that you do, whatever task that you do, and you can choose from the drop down what that particular task, what that category that task belongs to. So let's say morning stretch, it is for health and fitness. You can choose any category, uh, and obviously those categories are color coded, so it'll help you help you see your day more clearly as to how you are spending your time and what are the things where I spend most of my time. And again, it's more convenient and more easy to wrap your head around how you spend your day. So again, this is how your schedule tab is going to be. Like I said, it is a 24-hour schedule, so it supports any time. You can even add your sleep if you want to. So you can select like 7 a.m. here and let's say again 6:30 p.m. here, and you can add sleep here. But for you to add sleep here, all you have to do is that in setup, you can add like one of the task categories as sleep. Um, so you can also measure your sleep with help of this schedule tab. Anyways, let's get into the last section, which is the weekly overview section. So here, that is at the very top, you can see which is the most used task category this week. So let's say you use the rest and wellness category the most this week, which means that you spend most of your time in this particular task category. So like let's say there are like 8 different task categories and you spend the most in rest and wellness. Then there is weekly task summary. So there are completed tasks, total task, and the completion percentage. So it shows how many tasks you completed out of the total task that you had for yourself. And also, so this helps you understand how efficient you are with your task and with your work and everything. Then there is weekly hours breakdown. Again, this shows you how you spend your time across different task categories. So work and career, you spend 20 hours, then personal development, 7 hours throughout the week again. So rest and wellness, 21 hours. So you spend 20 hours working this week. You spent 7 hours this week on personal development, average it was 1 hour, and what percentage of the week you spent on that particular category. In habit consistency, you can see how consistent you are across your daily habits. So these are non-quantifiable habits. So writing in your journal. So uh, out of 7 days, you are consistent for 4 days. I mean, you executed that habit for 4 days. Uh, you did your skincare for 5 days out of your 7 days. And again, this shows the completion percentage. So this helps you again understand what are the habits that you're, executing very well, and what are the habits you're finding difficulty executing. So as you can see, you're finding difficulty in, following your diet plan. So you executed it 3 out of 7 days. So this will help you get overview and try to, so you can change things for the next week and so on. Then there comes the quantifiable habit performance. So again, here is the average goal and the habit. And then there is average actual. So as you can remember, in the actual part is where you're going to input your daily amount that you did that particular habit for. So let's say you walked for, you completed 8,000 steps that day. Instead of reading for 30 minutes, you read for like 25 minutes. So you're going to get average actual number. So again, this will help you understand, what your goal was and what percentage of you achieved, or what is till what extent you are able to execute that habit. In weekly review, all you have to do is add or just reflect on your week. So here it is, how would you rate this week overall? You can just simply select a number. Then you can just write down what went well this week. Again, what didn't go well this week and why it didn't go well. And then what's the one thing that you need to improve next week. So this is a little reflection section. So you can simply, after analyzing your entire week, you can come down here and simply add, just talk to yourself basically and just reflect on your week. And this will help you know yourself better, know your, entire day and your entire different weeks better. And over time, you will definitely see the change. Anyways, that was it for this video. If you still have any issues, you can contact us on Etsy directly. We are always there to help you, no matter, what time of the day it is or what day it is. So yeah, feel free to contact us if you still need any answers or need any help with any of your problems.